Alright guys, what is up and welcome to the video. I did not plan on filming today at all, but this week I actually just got done with my internship. I haven't posted a video in what feels like forever. I haven't even had time to film, haven't even had really time to think about filming. Actually, I have thought about filming and some videos that I want to make, but this is basically my week break. It seems like every summer I've basically been able to have a week between my work or whatever. And basically what just happened there is my camera just died. That was actually yesterday, last night, Sunday night that I was filming that. Basically, I think I just left off talking about it, just finished my internship video ideas that I want to do. So basically, I'm doing my week break right before I go back to school, right before I go back to Liberty. I go up on the 18th. So basically, I'm going to be here in Charlotte for about a week just to chill. I do work today and tomorrow, but besides that, I'll be basically relaxing and probably be able to make some more videos for you guys. Today's video actually took place yesterday, or what we're filming about took place yesterday. I actually hit a nail and my back rear tire on the driver's side is going to lose air, or is losing air slowly. The nail, I left it in all day yesterday because I realized that the tire wasn't losing air. It is losing air, but it's losing it very slowly. So the other tires, I just checked the tire gauge monitor. They're all at 27 psi. The back rear is at 25 psi. So over the course of how many hours has it been? Maybe 14 hours. We've only lost like 2 psi of air. So the nail is actually holding air. So I will be trying to take it to Discount Tire. I could plug the tire myself. There is a couple of problems with that. One, I do not have a jack on me. I was just gonna borrow my neighbor's, but they told me they would do it for free if they can fix it. So it's also going to be good for me to go there to make sure that they can fix it, and then to see how long that would last. So basically I'll get like an expert opinion, if that makes any sense. And I'm just not doing it and then just driving around like that for insert how many miles, and I shouldn't be driving on it. So either way, honestly I do see myself getting new tires, at least for the rear, by the end of the year. I know I did mention wheels and tires earlier this summer. I'll make videos about that and explain what's going on with that situation to you guys. But I would show you guys the nail, but it's so far in, so basically it's closer in towards the you know, the suspension and all that. I can see it, but I tried getting a camera shot of it earlier and I realized that I could not get light in there. It's just so dark in there, and there's no possible way for me to try and get light in there and show you guys. Maybe I'll try again. Maybe I'll throw in a camera shot here or there, or throw in a little picture here, but other than that, guys, yeah, it's funny because I realized when I hit the screw or bolt or whatever it is, it looks more like a bolt, but somehow it's really sharp enough to get into my tire. I hit it and I heard it hit, and I was like, okay, hopefully that was a rock. But at the same time, it was one of those moments where I was like, that's the tire gone. Like, I'm gonna have to this is something that's gonna have to be fixed. Like, I kind of knew right in that moment. I was like, crap, this is not normal. Like, it took about half a second basically for me to realize it's not a rock. One, because I kept hearing the sound as I was driving home, and it literally happened like 2 minutes away from my house. So that was kind of, I mean, it was good that it happened close. I didn't really have to drive far, but it was kind of frustrating, and I was like almost halfway home. I'm just like, man, if I would have took another way home or did just something a little different, maybe if I was a little to the right side of the road, just like maybe another inch or so, I would have never hit it. Wouldn't have to deal with this today. But today we're gonna go ahead, like I said, head on over to Discount Tire, see what they can do about this, see if I have to get new tires today. Hopefully it doesn't look that bad. It is, like I said, not a screw. It doesn't look a pretty big bolt, but we'll figure out what they say, and who knows, I'll let you guys know. So we are now on our way to Discount Tire. As you can tell, I have my hazards on. The PSI, I'm watching that. It's not really that far off, but I am still keeping an eye on it. It still is lower compared to the others. The PSI has kind of gone up on the other tires, as well as the one that was down. I think I said it was at 25 earlier, but now it's not at 25. As you guys know, or you might know, that when you drive, your tires warm up. So basically, early in the morning, your tire pressure is going to be looking low. Some people think they have flat tires in the morning if their tire is that low. Or yeah, sometimes you can look at a tire and tell that it kind of looks deflated in a way. I'll tell you that it's not deflated. It's just the fact that wow, this Dodge Charger beside me just took off. I wish I would have got that. I don't know why I felt the need to speed off like that. Anyways, guys, but like I was saying, basically your tires heat up during the day or as you're driving, and basically your tire pressure goes up because of that. So that's why those numbers have gone up. Like I said, I am taking it really slow on the way there because I do have that nail in the tire, and the last thing I really want is it to rip out. And you might be wondering, well, why don't you just change out the tire or put the spare on? I did not opt for the spare tire. If you guys own these cars, have purchased Mustang, or maybe have built one on Ford's website, you'll know that a spare tire is optional for these cars, and you're probably thinking, oh, I bet you wish you would have opted for it. Not really, because so my mindset with that is, I don't live out in the boonies, if that's kind of what I want to say. I don't live out in the boonies. Tire shop isn't that far from me. AAA, I have AAA, and then I also have Ford's roadside service, and then I also have one with my insurance, Geico. I have a roadside assistant. Basically, I have 3 roadside assistant services. I'll be fine if something happens. Yeah, it might take a little longer to get out to me, but even then, I felt like the spare tire, you know, it's not, spare tire or donut basically would have been in the car. That's not for long use, and you know, I get the point of having a spare tire, don't get me wrong, but for me, it was just like, I have 3 services, and yeah, I do lose the Ford service once my warranty expires, but that's another topic. That is coming up here soon in a couple of months, I believe in November. It's now August when I'm filming this. But yeah, basically, I have 3 services right now, and even without the Ford one, I still have 2. So I wasn't really concerned about it. We do have a motorcycle. Wow, that is extremely blown out. Sorry about that, but yeah, that motorcycle went by pretty fast. Everyone's zooming by me right now. The speed limit is 55. I'm doing 30. I just, like I think I said earlier, I don't want this nail just to rip out, and then I really do have a flat. But if you don't opt for the donut, you do have a, if you own one of these vehicles, you know you have an air pump that comes back there. And it also, so when you use that air pump, it has sealant basically to try and seal whatever hole. So it is perfect for a situation like this if I really was losing air. It's basically to get you to a spot to where you can change your tire. I don't have to use the air pump since there is air still in the tire, as I talked about earlier. Basically the tire is still retaining air because the nail does have a pretty solid seal. It actually has a washer around it. I'm still trying to get a shot of that nail if I can. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on right now. I'm driving really slow. Normally it takes about 10 minutes to get there, but it'll probably take about 15 now since I'm doing 30 miles an hour. Coming up on Charlotte Motor Speedway up here, but so that's basically what's going on with Mr. William right now. Like I said, give you guys an update once we get there, see what they say. I'm really hoping that they can patch it. Don't really feel like dropping money on tires. I feel like everyone should do this. I do have an emergency fund, and this kind of does count in my book as an emergency fund. I thought about this when I first got the car. Basically, my thought process was, if I ever get a flat or something out of the blue, I'm gonna need some way to basically, sorry about the camera, I saw a cop. Anyways, I'm gonna need some way to basically get this stuff repaired. So I do have a decent amount of cash laying around for items like this, because I know tires aren't cheap. So I am prepared, but like I said, I don't really want to have to spend the money if I don't have to. But I'll catch up with you guys in a couple of minutes. Everything seems to be going fine, just a couple of PSI off. Alright guys, so we are now leaving Walmart. You're probably wondering that it's definitely not a discount tire. Did you get it fixed already? And to answer your question, no. So basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up fixing it myself. The tire, sorry, I was waiting on this car, see what she was trying to do. So the tire, since I do have my lowering springs on, but I have not gotten an alignment because I have not put my camera bolts in yet. They did wear unevenly, not really bad, but it was to the point to where the discount tire guy said he could not do it, but then he told me that it would be fine for me to do it myself. But he just could not do it because of liability reasons and stuff like that, because he could tell that it was starting to wear uneven. But he personally felt like, it was basically just company policy that he couldn't do it, but personally he felt like it'd be fine if he actually did do it. But yeah, he can't lose his job over that stuff, and don't blame him. I mean, it's whatever. Not mad, not disappointed. It's just, if they could do it for free, why not let them do it for free? But I would just go home, borrow my neighbor's jack. I think I may have mentioned earlier reasons why I'm not using the jack, or why I'm not doing it myself. My jack, the seals are busted on my jack, which doesn't allow me to jack up my own car. And I figured, like I said, why not get that expert opinion? So I did get that opinion from them. And so that's basically it. We're gonna go home, back to the house, jack up the car. I do have to go to work today, so kind of are on a little bit of a time crunch, but hopefully I can get this done by about 1 o'clock. It's now 12:19, and I'll give you guys an update. All right, guys, so I am, of course, back home. Have the car up on the jack. Did not film all that. Of course, you can see, I'm not really sure. There's like a glare, so I'm not sure what exactly you guys can see, but we have the car off the jack. Patched up the hole right here. Here goes the actual screw. This little guy was the one who was the culprit, I guess you could say. Try and get it, see if I can focus on that. Sorry guys, I'm using automatic focus, but there we go. So you can basically see it wasn't even really a screw. It just, I guess the way I just hit it, it just perfectly went in. So with my luck, it's not even that sharp, but it just went in. And here goes the repair right here. One thing that I'm looking at right now, since I actually haven't had the car up on a jack in forever, about a year. Let's move that tire out of the way. Well, first of all, let's look at how the tire wear has been doing. If you guys have been wondering about my springs, so yeah, right here compared to here, there is a pretty sizable difference. Keep in mind, I did do a burnout on these tires, have not rotated them. This is including a burnout. You can see the pattern here on the left is here, but on the right, we don't have that pattern anymore. So that should give you guys a pretty good idea of how that's going. But since I was looking at that, I'm trying to figure out exactly where the camber bolts are. I want to say they're actually right here is my guess. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Sorry if you guys can see where I just looked down at my camera. Sorry, I'm saying they're right here, I believe. If you guys could give me feedback on that, I think that's where my camber bolts are. I'm not really sure exactly, but if that says, I do plan on popping those camber bolts in myself, and then just having the shop go ahead and line that. But I'm pretty sure that's all for today's video. While I have the car up on jack stands, as you guys can see, you guys saw the Vogelen springs up in there. Boiler exhaust, I don't know, not really much to it. You know, if you know how to patch a tire, there's plenty of videos. I'm not going to make a video or really go this in detail about that. But pretty simple, not too hard. Like I said, repair is right here. Put some cement glue on that right there, so that way it dries up. I'm so sorry for the lighting, guys. I keep having to adjust my aperture. I'm just showing you guys stuff that's in the dark and then in the light. But guys, that's all I really have for today's video. This thing needs a bath. I'll catch you guys another day. I do plan on doing some 0 to 60 tests with the tune, as well as with the BBK shorty header, so that will be coming up. So look forward to that, guys. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you guys in another video.